Right?
So, hey everybody. So first of all, I want to give it up for Advanced.js and Zebia and also AI Tinkerers, which the name is so hard. I always think that it's AI Thinkers, it's AI Tinkerers. Anyway, give it up. Okay, so as Tomás mentioned, my name is Mohamad. Everybody calls me Mo, so it's so simple instead of Tomás, and I can't pronounce it. Okay. Okay, so everything that we are going to see today, it's on my GitHub. This is the QR to the GitHub repo, so feel free to scan it. Later on, I will share it on Twitter and stuff as well, so no worries. So as you know, today is full of live demo, right? So as you know, gods of live demo are not going to help me. So if it works, clap once. If it doesn't, clap twice, right? So let's make sure that we know how to clap. It works. Yes. So let's do it. So, you know, LLMs are everywhere, right? We love LLMs. They're going to help us, and we are, you know, using them from daily basis. I guess nobody is here that doesn't use that. Why not having those LLMs in our browser without any efforts? So what does it mean? It means that there is one place that everybody is using right now, which is the browser, Chrome. I guess most of us is using Chrome, right? Is there anybody that doesn't use Chrome? Okay, no worries, because these APIs that we are going to talk about will be available in other browsers as well. Other companies has already adapted those, so no worries. So LLM, it's a cloud version, right? What are the risks of using a cloud version LLM? Data. The most important one is data and privacy. So whenever you don't want to share your data with a third party or sending your data over the wire, local LLM is the best option for you, right? So we are going to focus on local LLMs. So in this case, Gemini Nano in Chrome. So imagine that Chrome have a small version of Gemini, which is Gemini Nano. You know, Google introduced it a long time ago. It would be available in your browser, and you can do a lot of stuff in a hybrid version. Why hybrid version? Because you can have a small, you can use the small LLM locally, and whenever the topic is getting a little bit more advanced, you can contact your cloud LLM. So it means that your application would be much efficient, low latency, just using, without paying anything, just using the client desktop. In this case, my laptop, right? Yeah, for sure. Keep in mind that these are compute intensive, so a GPU is required for these APIs. And most of the PCs, computers these days has at least one core of GPU, so no worries. So let's do that. Gods of life, don't help me. Okay, so as some of you guys might know, I'm in love with developer tools. So Chrome developer tools. So I'm gonna show you one trick here which helped me to demo this thing. In Chrome developer tools, if you select an element in Elements tab, you can access it in console by $0 and $1, $2, $3. It means that your previous selected elements in Elements tab. So what I'm gonna use with this element, which is my p tag, as you see, this is a p tag. So it's something in Dutch. I don't understand Dutch. Even I might not know the language itself, right? I just copy it from ING website, INGNL. So I want to detect the language using the API that I mentioned. There is one API available, which is translator. Easy to use. So trans, it's better to say, translate, trans, yeah. For sure, all of these are asynchronous, so you need to await for that and use translator API.
Whoa.
Yeah, more than that, I zoomed in twice. Yeah, better, right? Okay, cool. So new translator, so I'm gonna create a translator for translator.create. So I'm gonna create a translator for myself. Yeah, it doesn't work because let me open this file for you, because translator accepts an object which contains source language and target language. So let me copy these two for myself and put them here. So my source language is NL and my target language is EN. right? So this is my translator right now. So I can use translator.translate. Do you remember the keyword that I used to access the $0 dot I guess text content, for instance, or inner text, inner HTML, something like that. So it would return a promise, right? So I should await for that again. Yeah. Somebody tell me this is the right translation. So we can give it a try. We can see whether it works fine or not. First of all, it works well. What should you do? Not for me. I don't take the credit for Google developers out there. Okay, so let me close this one. Actually, I develop everything here as well. So the same code. The translator, translate, and putting it in a div for myself. So let's run it. Using this one, run. Oh, sorry, translator. Yeah, run. So it just translates this one for me, and let's use Google Translate to see how does it work. See, if you compare this text with this one, it's almost identical. But the first one with Google Translate, it is using an API, you should log into your account, blah, 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 but second one is just the local LM on my machine. So I just translate something from NL to English, but you might not know the language itself, language of the text. So you can use the language detector API. And how does that work? Language detector, it's just use language detector object. Let me put them side by side. Yeah. It uses language detector object. Language detector, API. Language detector API is just there to detect language for you. So if I try to use this one right now, I select my elements, go to the console. So language detector object dot detect $0 dot text content. Yeah. So it is asynchronous for sure because yeah, it should calculate something behind the scene. Yeah, it's gonna get back to us with an object. What does this object contains? Yeah, 73% sure that it is Netherlands. So this is how it works, right? So and all of these features, all of these two features that we just saw are available through the Gemini Nano in the browser. So what are the other cool features that are available? Let's see. The first one was translator. We check out language detector. So if I run language detector, yeah. See, right now it's different. The content was the same, but the answer is a little bit different because it's a model. You know, as you know, most of the models are not deterministic based on the parameters that we are passing and expecting an answer. So in this case, it just answered differently because the other one was 73, but this one is 99% Netherlands. So translator works well as well. The code that we just saw, yeah, it just translates so well for me. And also the other one is summarizer. How does summarizer work? It's really simple. All these APIs, it's just the name, just create and start using that. So const summarizer, summarizer.create, and .summarize. It summarizes the text for you. So maybe you are from Gen Z, so you're not going to read 2 paragraphs, so you can convert 2 paragraphs into the one, and your user is gonna advantage from this one. So let's give it a try. I just gave this one to the summarizer. Let's see how does it perform. Okay, around 3 seconds, it gave me 3 key points about the text that we just provided. Right, let's run it again to see any time. Okay, and you see it's gonna change, so it's a model. Yeah, there are some parameters that you can set regarding how deterministic it would be. So I'm gonna introduce you the parameters like top K and others. So anyway, this is the way that it works in terms of texts. So since the beginning we were dealing with text, but there are some other kind of contents that we are dealing, not only text, images as well, and audio as well. So that's why Gemini Nano recently introduced multi-model in the browser. So let's use language multi-model one. How does it work? Let's see. Okay. So it is, again, language model, await for that. that create expected inputs. This is important in our case because by default it's text. But right now I added image as well. So it means that it's going to expect some images and text together. So, and our prompt, what is our prompt? Yeah, the role of the user. You can have two roles, assistant or user. So in this case, user. User is inputting a text and an image, which is my profile picture in this case. So let's see. This one I'm gonna tell you later for the next demo, but the prompt is, what do you see? Simple. What do you see using language multimodal using this image? Let's see the answer. Yeah. A man with gray hair, glasses, and green eyes. Oh my God, I'm flattered. My eyes are not green, so. Anyway, smiles at the camera. So let's run it again. A man is a plaid shirt and glasses, smiles at the camera. He has short gray hair and green eyes again. Yes. At least AI knows that my eye is supposed to be green.
Question. So you are using Gemini Nano on the backend for this?
No backend.
Okay.
Just in the browser. If I disconnect the internet, it's going to continue working.
But there must be still a model. Which is that model? Is it a
Gemini Nano.
Okay, Gemini Nano. Okay, it's in Gemini.
Yeah, Gemini Nano is there from Google. And just imagine that Gemini Nano is from Google, so other browsers are going to use their own models. Nice. So let's input two images. To be honest, there are a lot of people that tell me that, Mo, you look like Mr. Bean, Rowan. So I don't know why it happened to me. So I'm going to use Rowan image and change the question to, is the first image look like the second one? Two inputs. Did I uncomment? Yeah, I did. No, the images are not similar in terms of person's appearance, blah, blah, blah. But let's run it again. Yes, the first and second. So keep in mind that, yeah, first of all, hallucination is there, right? So you can't deny that one because these are models. But yeah, in this case, I'm just trying to compare these guys in terms of the appearance, or if I make my prompt a little bit more specific, it's gonna give me for sure better answers with better context. But in this case, after 2 seconds, it gives back to me that yes or no. No, yeah. Cool. And also you can ask what are the differences and stuff, and it performs very well in terms of the OCR, guys. So in terms of the OCR, it does very well. So it's not the only one. For instance, if I want to ask what has been written behind, Mr. Bean, so it's going to tell. So this is not the only feature in terms of the multi-modeling that it provides to us. The other one is audio. Does it play audio if I play this one? That is on my laptop, but I don't think that, guys, you can hear it. Just to make sure that maybe we have access to this one. Let's see. No. Okay, anyway. This is a voice that I recorded this morning. Let me play. Maybe people will answer that. It's a fantastic time to see. Hey everyone, welcome to my talk at AI Tinkerers and Advanced Amsterdam. It's a fantastic time to see you all here. Yeah, let's see. Maybe it's not audible for you guys, but let's see how does the model perform for us. Let me run this one with audio, but before that, let me show you the code. It's just simple. Instead of image, I'm gonna send type audio. So here is the place that I'm downloading the MP3, in this case, M4A file, and just have the blob, the big object model of my stream from my audio. So I'm gonna put it as an input for my model. Let's see how does it perform. Doesn't work? Yeah, okay. Hey everyone, welcome to my talk at AI Tinkerers and Advanced Amsterdam. It's a fantastic time to see you all here, and yes, live coding actually worked. So let's give it a well applause. Just a round of applause. So literally it works, and it is in my browser. You know, one of the best benefits that it provides to us is it is shared between websites, because you can load an LLM for your own website. Because you know, why do we have CDN? CDN is a place that we put our JSON and everybody can send a request to that. It's going to speed up our website, so on and so forth. For this case, an LLM model is like that one as well. Instead of downloading the whole model, the model would be available in Chrome and everybody can use it. So it means that speed up your application with a good model. So this is how it works. Yeah. I wanted to see that, and it happens. See? I said AI Tinkerers, but this time it just found AI. No worries. So, so far we talked a lot about how to interact with the model in terms of the language detector, translator, summarizer, and images and audio, but of course you can prompt it as well and just do crazy stuff with that, which is, yeah, the language model, simple language model itself. And it is, yeah, the most simplest one. Just create a language model object, .prompt, put whatever you want there. So how are you? Yeah, it's gonna give back to us something. Yeah. And of course it has streaming as well. I love you, man. Okay, so let me try. Do you know AI Tinkerers? Yeah, something like that. Tinkerers?
No.
Tinkerers?
Without the H.
Anyway,
Yeah, that's fine.
Like, yeah, see, at least it confessed that, so I don't know, so something like that. Okay, fine, so far so good, so I guess we can move to the next one, which is the proofreader. To be honest, proofreader is supposed to work. For my demo, it doesn't work. So this is the time that you clap twice. So let's see first. So what does proofreader do? I do it myself, I confess. So I write an email, I might make some, you know, grammar issues and stuff. I put it in Copilot, Gemini, something like that. Can you fix the grammar and can you improve my text? So it does for me. So in this case, the proofreader responsibility is that one. So for instance, in this case, as you see, there is a misspelling here, right? This text have issue or two, yeah. So let's see. No, it doesn't work. Just I tested a couple of minutes ago. I don't know what happened. It was working. So because they are updating that, and I'm gonna tell you why it doesn't work and why it is in Chrome right now. So the other two APIs that I'm not gonna cover as a homework you can do, it's writer and rewriter. So writer and rewriter is the one that you can do. You can give it a try. It just writes a blog post for you, and rewriter rewrites something for you again. So the other thing that I want to cover, and I'm done, is the Chrome flags that you need. These are the Chrome flags that you need. So how do you access them? There's a special Chrome URL, chrome://flags. So you can see all the flags there. As you see, I have already enabled some of them. For instance, Gemini Nano, prompting, multimodal version, summarization, writer, rewriter, proofreader. Yeah, these are the APIs that you can enable them. So why I enable them and why shouldn't I, blah, blah, blah. First of all, as soon as you enable them and use the API for the first time, it's gonna download the model for you, which is this one. So optimize guide and device model. So it's gonna download it for you, done. If you check for update, yeah, see the model is in the latest version, so right now. Anyway, so there is a website, chromestatus.com, so you can see the roadmap of the Chrome always there. So for instance, if I look, I guess I can show you one or two here. For instance here, language detector API, right now it is in a stable version of Chrome, right? And also Chrome 100, Chrome current version is 138, 139 and 40 are gonna ship other features, but let me show you here because I have already started some of these features. features. You can start them for yourself. As you see, prompt API, proof API, rewriter, summarizer. For instance, translator. Let's check out translator. As you see, original trial is from Chrome 131 to 138, and it's gonna ship in 138. So it means that it has been shipped in our latest Chrome right now, and it is available there without changing any flags. So anyway, if you want to make sure that everything works without any flags and stuff, just check Chrome platform status website, and you can see all the features that are coming and going in Chrome. And also, last but not least, a built-in AI playground that one of the Googlers developed. So you can check out this website. All the APIs that I talked about are there again as well. But the cool feature is, as soon as you go to the page, in the requirements, it's going to check whether the feature is active or not active. So it gives you more insights. Even the proofreader API here, it doesn't work as well. So it means that they have already messed something up. Why? Because I am using Chrome Canary right now. So I wasn't using the latest version of Chrome, so it means that my version is not 138, it's 139 or something. No, not there. Help, about. Yeah, I'm 39, so. Oh, and it got an update, so maybe I can update as well. Maybe it's gonna fix that. I'm not gonna waste your time on that one right now.
Does this website work without internet?
Yeah, everything works without internet. So even I can disable right now and go to my language detector. Do you work? Yeah, it does. Translator, I'm not connected to any Wi-Fi right now, right? Translator, it does. Summarizer, please. Yeah, it does. Multimodal, I might look like Ron, Mr. Bean. Yes! Right now it just said yes. Anyway, it's all about your prompt, right? So just keep in mind that you should change your prompt a little bit. Yeah, for sure, audio and other works. So yeah, everything works without, just on your machine, without any latency. It's only dependent on your machine. So there are a lot of cool features has already been developed. Even Chrome extensions. For instance, there is one Chrome extension. I'm going to get to that. There's one Chrome extension that scan your history, make a vector database something, make a graph out of that, and you can see connections between your website and pages that you visit based on the meanings. For instance, all the ones that are about JavaScript are in big circles, so you can easily navigate within your history. That's so cool. Anyway, the initiative is yours, and I'm gonna invite everybody to join the program. I've been in the program for a couple of months, so you can go to join program. I don't have internet, see? So yeah, anyway, the links are in my GitHub, so feel free to check it out. Thanks a lot. I guess I'm a little bit out of time.
Yeah, the question on when you had to download the model.
Yeah.
What is the file size?
2.5 gig.
Yeah, it was around 3, I remember that, 3
3
gigabytes, yeah,
Ah.
something like that.
And do you notice like noticeable impact on your performance of your machine when you're running this model or this model?
Yeah, of course it does, because it uses that behind the scene, but I haven't felt, to be honest. I haven't felt. Also, about the website that I mentioned, yeah, this
You
one.
still have no internet.
Oh yeah,
You're right.
good point. So who said to me to disable internet? Okay, so if you go to the home page, there is a button, download Gemini Nano. So it doesn't do anything specific. It just create an instance of your language model, and also you can keep track of the download as well. So yeah, because there is an event for language model which report back to you the download progress, so we can show it even to the users. Please.
What about latency for these models? Are they really faster or slower than the large models?
You know, if you,
I mean-
because we are not dealing with network latency, right? Since,
I mean the local latency.
yeah, the local latency, to be honest, in comparison to the cloud versions, I have better experience. Because although the answers in some cases are not mature enough, but yeah, in terms of the latency, so low because it's only dependent on your machines. Yeah.
Also, did you research how is it possible to most seamlessly download these models? For instance, the most like the easiest idea, you visit some website and it downloads the model on the background. But if you use the limited connection, you will be screwed.
Yeah.
Or slow connection, same. Do you have any kind of ways as a developer of the website
Yeah, I do.
to detect it?
Actually,
somehow?
the thing is, first of all, in browsers, there are a lot of APIs in order to detect the connection speed and others. So first, we can use that one. And also, we can check.
Unfortunately, you can't really rely on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to that. Why? Because you know, Google developed Firebase SDK. Exactly, its responsibility is that one. So what does it mean? It means that as soon as you try to interact with the website, for the first request before downloading anything, it's gonna use the cloud version of our API to make sure that the user has a seamless, you know, experience throughout our application. And behind the scene, it checks the connection and start downloading, or it might not do that. Because Gemini Nano, for instance, right now it's available on Pixel devices, the mobile phone. So it means that even on that one, we can have the same model. But right now in mobile versions, it's not available. But anyway, the Gemini Nano is on Android devices as well.
And it's available only in Chrome for now.
Yeah. Other companies like Edge has already adapted that one.
And
The
in
API.
Firefox.
They are doing that. Why? Because the API that we talked about, to be honest, I demoed this one a lot of times. And for each demo, my API is going to change. So, for instance, previously language model was AI, window.ai, something. Everything has changed. Why it's changing? Because they are having conversation with other companies and also W3C to make sure that they're gonna, you know, develop the API. And you know, I totally forget to tell you about this one. Yeah, the type script, declarations are available as well in types dev chrome AI. So, and all of these APIs, and you know, the API has been developed by Google, but others has already adapted, and it is on stage 3 or something in W3C to become the global API standard. So, it's on the way.
Does it support character recognition from images?
OCR, yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. And it performs so well, please.
What are some cool things that people have built with this? Because this is kind of like, you know, GPT-3 API being released, but what are the chat GPTs? What are the cursors, the Claude codes of this technology? So examples of cool things people have built with this API.
Yeah, I can show you something. Yeah, I have a couple of them. Yeah, for instance, one of them is the one that I mentioned a couple of minutes ago about the Chrome extension, and the other one is, I am just remembering those, they are in my slides. The other one is about, they developed, the Mochi, for instance. What does it do? You know, for some people who have ADHD and other reading disabilities, so they can easily use Mochi in order to summarize and, you know, make it a simplified text so they can read it easily. So it is a Chrome extension.
And that works on any website?
Yeah, it works on any website, yeah.
Cool.
And also Orma. It's a layer on top of your memory in order to help you to find a page that you visited later or learn something. So you can ask, what did I learn about JavaScript, blah, blah, last week? So it's gonna tell you, it's so cool. And the other one is the graph that I mentioned, the browse graph. So that one's cool. Yeah. I guess we can catch up later. I know that Tomás is doing. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. Can you show QR code?
Yeah, for sure.